Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I am Geneva Rose. I am an artist, dancer, speaker, creator, and you can find all things related to that here on my channel. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So today's video is, it's so important to me. It's so special to me. I love it so much. It's become such a big part of my life. And it's so gushy, it's so important, it's so beautiful, it's so wonderful, it's so dark, it's so lovely. So today's video is all about dark feminine energy. I'm going to be talking about what is dark feminine energy, archetypes, examples, goddesses that represent that dark divine feminine energy, and also how to tap in to your dark feminine energy. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So the most important thing to start this off by is, what is dark feminine energy exactly? Dark feminine energy is the subconscious, the shadow side, the mysticism, the mysterious energy, the alluring, intriguing vibes of femininity, but also it has like a dark, mysterious undertone. Dark feminine energy represents the darkness of the universe, that primal energy. I gotta have what I want and I will not settle for anything less. Dark feminine energy is that seduce and destroy. I will have what I want at all means necessary. Dark feminine energy is violence to end violence. It is the liberated sexuality, the ferocity within women. It's that I will have what I want, the assertion, the bit of destruction. It represents death, being unconventional, individualistic, but all still connecting to the darkness, to that dark collective within the universe as well. Not being afraid to stand out and not being afraid to be exactly who you are in a very confident, bold way, but there still is just this feeling that you're just one with your darkness. Dark feminine energy, it's carnal, it's primal, it's ferocious. It's that feeling of, I will have what I want, I will get it, and that's just it. No one can tell me otherwise. Nobody can tell me who I am. Nobody can tell me what I'm allowed to have, what I should want, who I should be. I say who I am, I say what I do, and this is what I do, and I'm going to show you whether you like it or not. That's not up to discussion, that's up to your opinion, and I'm going to do what I want, and that's just how I feel. Dark feminine energy is just confidence, and it's not the confidence because, there's that light feminine energy, and that's more representative of the pretty colors and the sensitive, delicate, gentle, nurturing energy of femininity, and that's more of the light feminine energy, which is a big difference. They're both crucial, they're both important, they're both beautiful. So if you're someone who represents and identifies more with dark feminine energy, don't feel like that makes you any less feminine, any less of a woman, any less of a goddess. This entire universe is made of light and darkness. So if you represent more darkness, there's so much beauty in that, and if you represent more lightness, there's so much beauty in that. And feminine energy, the dark feminine energy, the dark goddess, the light goddess, she's within all of us. And I feel like that's an important thing to remember. Don't get too caught up in feeling like, oh, I'm too dark or I'm too light. We need both to live through life. So some examples of dark feminine goddesses, dark feminine energy. One of the first ones would definitely be Lilith. Now, my girl Lilith, she represents sexuality, personal freedom, not letting a man tell you who you're going to be and what you're going to do. Lilith did not play. I've always heard of Lilith as a story in the Bible. If you don't know, she's like a story in the Bible of, she was Adam's first wife. She got sent to hell. Basically just a story about how Lilith did not obey. But the truth is that you're right. She didn't obey. She chose to do what she wanted to do. She chose to not let a man take advantage of her. She chose not to be like, oh, okay, I have to go to hell because of this. Oh, no problem. I'm already living in hell. I'm already living in hell, having a man tell me what I'm going to do with my body, with my life, with my autonomy, with my individualism. You're going to tell me what I'm going to do with that? No, I'm not. Sorry, babe, not going to do that. That's why Lilith represents all of those things related to sexuality and personal freedom and healing of the divine masculine energy as well, because that's really what she did. She chose to choose herself, and that's also part of healing the divine masculine, because it's like, I'm not your slave. I'm not up to be just submissive in the ways of I just do whatever you want me to do. And that's just that. I choose to do what I want. And that true balance of the feminine and the masculine is someone who appreciates what you can serve or what you can give because you truly want to give that, and also gives as well to you. Lilith represents what's taboo, and definitely she has that big feminist energy behind her. The feminist movement, like today in popular era, is really just about not letting anyone tell you what you're going to do and who you're going to be, and that's exactly what Lilith was all about. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do and who I'm going to be. That's why she's also known as like the mother of darkness, the mother of demons, because she chose the darkness as a way of freedom. And that's also part of the dark feminine energy archetype, and energy is choosing your own path, choosing who you want to be, and Lilith is all about that. One of my favorite goddesses that represents the dark feminine energy goddess and archetype is a goddess Kali. Now she represents the ego death, the endings and the beginnings, huge spiritual revelations and embodiments. She's all about awakenings and letting go, and this is just such a big part of the dark feminine energy, is welcoming death, welcoming the darkness, not being afraid of it. And when I say death, I don't just mean like you croak and die. I mean like the death of the ego, or the death of things in your life, or the death of old version of yourself. But even the death of just your physical body, we often look at that as just so scary, especially here in like the Western world. We just look at that as so scary and so just like like something that we just want to shield away from. But death is just a part of life. That is one of the true inevitabilities, is that if we are born, we will die. That's just a part of the life cycle. But when you truly tap into spirit, you recognize that there is no death. You just die out of one form and go into another. You die out of that form and go into another. And this is why Kali is just so powerful, because she's not afraid of death. She's not afraid of that darkness that lies within the universe, that lies within us, that lies within women. Like look at birth, for example. When you give birth, you go to a dark, deep place. Your child literally lives within your womb for 9 months in complete darkness. But is that bad? Is that evil? No, that's one of the purest, most beautiful forms of creation, forms of the goddess, is creating that from the depths of the universe, from the depths of darkness, and here forth you bring life. And this is what I mean about learning to understand the dark feminine energy and realizing that it's nothing to be afraid of, because it lives within all of us. It lives within the universe. This universe is light and dark. This universe is happiness and madness, chaos and peace. It's a balance of all things, and the dark goddess represents that. Now, another goddess that represents the dark feminine goddess archetype and energy is goddess Hecate. She is the queen of witches, honey. So that's powerful. Any woman that leads women, she doesn't fucking play. She's about her shit. She's about leading women to the path of freedom, to the path of empowerment, to the path of intelligence, to the path of creation, and creation from an authentic place of womanhood and of expression. Goddess Hecate can help you heal wounds, reclaim your power, and connect to your purpose and gifts. Now, one of the reasons why it's so important that we know these dark goddesses is that we can call on them. That was just 3 examples of dark feminine energy goddesses and archetypes, but there are so many more, and it's so important that we call upon these goddesses, that we get to know them, that we understand them, so we can understand ourselves as well. We can call upon their strength, their gifts, their powers. We can embrace that feminine energy within ourselves by looking to them as inspiration, or just vessels of intelligence and of experience. We must know our ancestors. We must know the people that come before us to understand our purpose in this life as well. Just like when we pass away and we die, our descendants will learn from us. And another reason why it's so important to know and understand the dark feminine energy and to understand the dark goddess is because we as women have just been so vilified, crucified, just oppressed, abused. And I feel that the dark feminine energy represents that goddess, that woman within all of us that just wants to be free, that doesn't want anyone to tell her who she's going to be, that doesn't let anyone tell her what rules she's going to play by, that chooses, this is my life and this is how I'm going to live it. The dark feminine energy is the goddess of power and embodiment, of letting go of the old to create her own new. The dark feminine energy, that goddess, she's magical, she's empowerment, she's the depths of the universe, the depths of all things that will ever be. She is the embodiment of power. And I love her so much. I used to be personally so afraid of my own darkness, not just as a feminine being, but just in all aspects of life. So afraid of my own shadow, of my own thoughts, of my own feelings. And that what's so ironic about that is that when you push away your own darkness, when you push away your own negativity, when you push your own like discomfort constantly away, you just create more of it. It makes it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the irony of that is when you face it, you become more of the light. When you face your darkness, you become more of an embodiment of truth. When you face those negative thoughts, that uncomfortability, all of those things, you become more of a true expression of who you really are. And that also, reflects the balance of the darkness and the light. You need the shadow to see your light, and you need your light to see the shadow. Life is all things. We are all things. And I feel like I keep saying that because it's so important that we recognize that the dark feminine energy, the dark goddess, she lives within all of us because she lives within all things. Probably the most important thing of this entire video is how to tap into your dark feminine energy, how to embody and express that dark feminine energy and goddess that lives within each and every one of us. One of the most important things that I was already mentioning in this video is honoring how you feel. The dark goddess, she honors how she feels. She doesn't let anyone take her away from it. She's true to herself, true to her feelings, and true to her expression of it. So honoring how you truly feel and not being afraid of it is one of the first ways to reclaim your power and to step in that dark feminine energy archetype. Now you can do rituals to reclaim your power. You can light candles, you can do sensual dances, you can call upon the goddesses that I just mentioned or the other ones that are there. You can put rose petals around you in a circle, you can have light candles, you can have self-pleasure, you can do so many things that help you tap into that beautiful, passionate, dark, deep feminine energy within you. It's just about finding what rituals work best for you and feel most aligned with the feeling that you're trying to achieve from the ritual. Now, another thing that's so important and has so much stigma is sexuality and sensuality. And this is why this is so important to the dark goddess, because she is sexually liberated. The dark goddess, she's not afraid of her sexual energy. She revels in it. She enjoys it. She exudes it. She's not afraid of it. She knows that's part of her power. Her pleasure is important to her. She knows she needs sexual pleasure. She knows she needs sexual expression. She knows she needs a confident sexual identity because that's going to help her navigate through the world, to have healthy relationships, to have a healthy relationship with herself, to have a healthy womb space, a healthy root chakra, sacral chakra. She's in tune with that energy because she knows there is power in her sexual and sensual energy. And this is one of the things that I appreciate and respect about Lilith, the dark goddess that I mentioned, is because she doesn't play about her sexuality. She's like, yep, I own it. I'm ferocious. I'm carnal. I'm primal. I want it. I need it. I'll get it. And as women throughout, society, throughout history, we have been so demonized from that. And you can see in Lilith's story, she's demonized for her sexuality. So she chooses to make that a part of her freedom of identity. And that as women is something we need to do as well. We take what they have demonized us for and we empower ourselves through it and say, oh, a slut? I'm not listening to a man tell me who I am. I'm not listening to a man tell me about my sexual identity or my sexual expression. I'm going to choose to be the confident badass bitch that I want to be, the confident badass dark goddess that I am. And that's that. No one's going to tell me otherwise. And this is why I just love the dark feminine energy and goddess. I feel like I could talk about it all day because she's just a badass. She just doesn't care. And that's who we all are. Another way to connect to your feminine and dark energy is to dance. Now, I'm a dancer and I feel like, but even if you don't call yourself a dancer, you're not a professional dancer, any of that, you have the ability to dance. You have a body. You have music you can listen to. Turn it on, connect to your body, connect to your womb space, connect to your sensuality. I love dancing to music that's like super sexual with the lights off, just feeling in a real skimpy outfit. It just makes me feel so empowered, so sexual. It makes me feel so just and as a woman, that connects to so many different things, because if I feel empowered in my sensuality, if I feel so good about my own body, I'm more likely to be in relationships with people who mirror that, who mirror me being my own safe space. I naturally will find people who I know will give me pleasure, or I don't accept anything less because I know what pleasure feels like in my own body. So dancing is a beautiful way you can connect to your sexuality and your sensuality and your dark feminine energy. Now, one of my favorite ways, this is probably one of my favorite ways to connect to your dark feminine energy, say no. Say no. No, 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 no. Especially to men. If you don't want to do something, no. You don't want to go there? No. I don't want to talk to you? No. I don't want to, no, 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 no. Say no. As women, we're just like so told that we just can't say no, or we have to do what men want. And I know sometimes we feel like we have to because of safety reasons, but in most scenarios, say no. If you don't want to do something, no. If you've been making out with a guy, your clothes are off and you're ready to get down, but something in your stomach, in your gut just says, "Ooh, I don't want to do this," say no. If a guy wants to take you on a date and you don't want to, say no. If someone asks you want to go to a party and you don't want to, say no. Say no to things that don't align with you. Say no to things that you don't want. This is empowering. This is boosting your confidence. This is telling yourself, when you say no, you're giving yourself permission to choose. You're saying no. That's not what I want. That's not who I want to be. That's not where I want to go. So I'm not going to do that. You're giving yourself confidence. You're giving yourself peace. You're giving yourself pleasure. No is a powerful affirmation. It's a powerful spell. It's a powerful sentiment. When you say no, you're saying all things that are that right now, I don't want it. And that's a beautiful way to connect to your dark feminine energy, is just by saying no. Another way to tap into your dark feminine energy is claiming and advocating for your needs. Similar to saying no is being honest about what you want, being honest about how you feel, being direct. We often look at being direct as being aggressive or being rude, but I'm sorry, if me being direct, if me being assertive, if me being commandful, makes you feel intimidated, that's your problem. If I say something direct, I'm not being aggressive because I just said shit how it is. And why are you taking it as that? But as society, we've just been so, programmed to feel like someone being direct is someone just being like aggressive or confrontational. Personally, confrontation, there is nothing wrong with confrontation. Confrontation is literally communication. It's literally a conversation. Like when someone's confronting you about something, they're just saying, hey, this is what it is. Hey, this is how I feel. That doesn't mean they're trying to stab you or be mean to you or be hurtful. That's something different. Someone trying to be hurtful or mean or rude or unkind to you or put you down, that is different from someone just being direct and assertive and being like, this is what it is. Take it or leave it. If you don't like it, that's no problem for me. I'm still going to do and say and be how I feel, period. Claiming and advocating for your needs and for what you want is so important. And claiming and advocating for your needs, it's not just for other people, it's for you too. Saying, I need a hug right now. I need to lay down. I need rest. I need a delicious meal. I need sex. I need a nap. I need time in the sun. Claiming and advocating your needs empowers you. It gives you confidence. It gives you just stamina for life. It gives you energy. It gives you life force. And it gives you that deep and powerful connection to yourself, to just not be afraid to feel how you feel and to say it. You first have to do it for yourself, and then that just translates to the whole world. Because if I know what I want and I can say it to myself, I will learn to have more confidence to say it to you. And the more I say it to you, the more I'll believe it for myself. And the more I show the world, this is who I am, this is what I will and what I will not accept. And that is all about the dark feminine energy, baby. She is like, this is what I will and this is what I won't accept. Take it or leave it, because either way, someone else will take your place. So bye, bye, bye. One of the most important part of all of this is, and I really want you to take away from this video, is learning not to be afraid of your darkness. I talked about how I used to be afraid, but you just can't be afraid of yourself. Being afraid of your darkness is being afraid of who you are. Don't be afraid of your shadow. I know it's so easy to be afraid of our traumas, our negativity, and it's natural to a certain extent to be afraid of that, but you can't stay in your fear. If you live in your fear, you'll never accomplish your dreams. You'll never take chances. You'll never move to that town that you've always wanted to live in. You'll never take that trip to wherever country or place you've always wanted to go. You'll never date certain people that you're attracted to because you're afraid of societal standards and judgments. You'll never take a chance on yourself or your life because you're afraid of your own darkness. You're afraid of your own truth. And this is where I go into, and I've said many times, how your darkness goes into your light. Because if you're just going after what you really want, how is that your darkness? It's your light, it's your truth. And this is how the dark and the light are just so interwoven together, because as you embrace your shadow, you see yourself for who you really are. As you take chances, you embody more of your authentic self. As you go after what you want, you become a person you never thought you could be. You build more confidence. And how is that not representative of your light? How is that not representative of spirit, of source, of the divine beauty of the universe? It's all connected, babe. It's all connected. You can also do affirmations that nurture your dark feminine energy. Like, I am comfortable in my sexuality and sensuality. I exude femininity. I am alluring. I am seductive. I am beauty. I am mysterious. People are naturally drawn to my mystery and my mysticism. I exude dark feminine blessings, an aura of beauty. Go into those affirmations, connect to yourself, and let yourself feel that, revel in that. The more you practice those, the more you will feel that, the more you will be that, the more you will embody that. And then before you know it, you're really in your dark feminine energy, and you're there. You're just there. So I truly enjoyed making this video. I love the dark feminine energy. I hope you can tell from this video, I'm like so excited. I love just the dark feminine energy. I love being in that. I used to be so like, oh, I'm all the light energy, I'm all that whole vibe. But for me, like, that's just not who I am 24/7. Like, that's a part of me, but that's not all of me. That's none of us. None of us are all light 24/7. And I'm telling you right now, the people that try to claim and be light 24/7, those are the darkest people of them all, because they're hiding all their darkness from themselves. They can't face any of their insecurities, any of their uncomfortabilities. They can't face any darkness within anyone else. You're living in the complete darkness, pretending that it's light. But that's a whole nother topic. That's like the whole fake spirituality, live and light community. But anyways, what I mean to say by saying that is, don't be afraid of your darkness. Revel in it. Find ways to connect with it, to conjoin with it, to become a part of it, to let it become a part of you. Don't be afraid of your dark feminine energy. Honor her, honor yourself, honor the feminine energy within you, and just live it and love it, Embody your darkness, embody the mysterious energy within you, embody the seduce and the destroy mentality, embody that darkness, that sexuality, that sensuality. It's so much fun. And the more I embraced it and embodied it within myself, the more freedom I gave myself. The more I embraced my shadow, the more I embraced my light. And I hope you do the same. And I hope you got that same energy and vibe from this video. I hope it charged you up. I hope you go do some affirmations, some rituals. I hope you seduce and destroy. I hope you embody that darkness. I hope you tell all those men, all those people that want something from you that you don't want to give. I hope you tell them no. And I hope you tell yourself yes. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. Lots more videos to come on topics such as this. If you enjoyed it, let me know what you think. Let me know how you're in your own dark feminine energy. Maybe even let me know some of your dark feminine energy goddesses and archetypes that you appreciate and that you look up to and draw inspiration from. I'm always happy to learn and know and connect on those topics. So also make sure to follow me on all social media. That'll all be in the description box below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.